It's Friday night. Your host is here for another one of our affordable group breaks. Gonna roll the dice here and hope we can pull something nice from 2022 Prizm. And we will get started momentarily. Hope everybody's had a good week. I, for one, am super happy that the weekend is finally upon us. Good evening to Johnny and Ben and Joseph. We got Paul in the house tonight. Long time no see. Glad to have you. Johnny got your wallet back. That is good to hear. That was always such a scary thing when you lose your wallet, misplace your wallet, whatever the case may be. Glad to hear you're feeling better, Joseph. Starting to get that medicine regulated, I see. It's always good news. Or maybe not. All right. Whoa, there we go. These big old fat hobby packs. This is not my first time opening this. I did open a fat pack, a retail fat pack. I liked what I saw for the most part. So still trying to perfect the lighting. So dark in my office. Trying to do it without getting shadows, but every which way I move the light, we get shadows. All righty. Joseph said no wrapper. He's already opened 2 of these. Got 3 autos in one box, 5 in the other. Wow. All right, guys. It is about 7 after 10 o'clock here on the East Coast. So we will go ahead and get started. If anybody else drops in, that'll be a plus. But let's go ahead and get ripping here. Good luck to everybody. First pack. First card, Cal Ripken. A little Star Power, Hall of Fame Star Power kicking us off. Followed by Shohei Ohtani, Royce Lewis, Mason Thompson of the Nats, Brandon Woodruff, Brew Crew, Eli Morgan for the Guardians. That's still so weird to say. Wilson Contreras, Cubbies. Oh, that's pretty cool looking. Illumination, Jose Abreu for the. That's pretty cool. Kyle Lewis, Mariners. Was it Blue Wave, I think is what they're calling him now. Gabriel Arias for Cleveland. And then, oh, nice. Color match. Bo Bichette, blue parallel. Blue Prizm. The Blue Wave, I forgot to check. It is numbered 40 of 60. And a stargazing insert of Mr. Comeback Player of the Year, Mr. Ronald Acuna Jr. Well, Paul, I'm sorry to disappoint you. My wife, who sat in for me weeks ago and did a break, properly announced Mr. Nolan's last name. So I'm doing my best. To say the correct pronunciation. All right, Mr. Clayton Kershaw, LA Dodgers. Greg Deichmann, Cubs. Ketel Marte, Arizona. Alex Bregman, Strohs. Rhys Hoskins for Philly. Interesting, those two are back-to-back. Lou Bob for the White Sox. JD Martinez for Boston. I have an old school Carl Yastrzemski for Boston. A little plain looking. Griffey for Seattle. And is this one of our autos? I believe it is. A blue rookie autographs, Thomas Saputsky. Is that how you pronounce it? 50 of 149. He is for the Mets. And then followed by a red Prizm old school of Frank Thomas for the White Sox. It is not numbered. And a Joey Votto Lumber ink for the Reds. So lots of blue early in the break. Cleveland, Toronto, and New York all scoring blue cards. All right, one auto down, 2 to go, at least. Maybe we'll get lucky. Josiah Gray for the Nats. Brian De La Cruz Miami. Jordan Alvarez for the Stros. Jacob deGrom, Mets. Nicky Lopez, Kansas City. Zach Short, Detroit. Omar Narvaez for Milwaukee. Have a fearless insert. Marcus Semien, Texas. Marcus Stroman for the Cubs. And another auto. Yes, it is. Debut signatures. Sia Suzuki for Chicago for the Cubs. Kind of cool looking auto. A little bit of a scribble, but still pretty cool looking. It is not numbered, but has the Prizm sheen. It's pretty cool. Red Prizm, Patrick. Not going to pronounce his last name. For New York. And a Fireworks, Nicholas Castellanos for Cincinnati. So, wow, we are 3 packs in and 2 autos already. Mazika. All right, next up for the Blue Jays, we got Vlad Jr. Detroit, Spencer Torkelson. Robbie Ray for Seattle. Johan Duran for the Twins. Alfonso Riveras for the Blue Jays or Cubs. Madison Bumgarner for Arizona. Romy Gonzalez. Chicago. Illumination Matt Olson as an Oakland A. Juan Marshall. San Fran. Okay, this one's pretty cool. Emergent. Ketel Marte for Arizona. We got us a red Chris Bryant Prizm. And a stargazing Clayton Kershaw for LA. Brandon Crawford for San Fran. Julio, Mr. Julio Rodriguez. Joe Barlow for Texas. Aaron Ashby. Brewers. Rendon, LA. Randy Johnson for Arizona. Corbin Burns for Milwaukee. Jansen Junk for the Angels. Here is a stained glass Fernando Tatis. Man, I'm off my game tonight, guys. Corey Seager, Texas. Here is a silver Prizm Royce Lewis from Minnesota. And a rookie class Hans Kraus for Philly. Interesting photo. Yeah, the stained glass aren't too bad looking. Connor Seabold, Boston. Simeon, Texas. Nick Allen, Oakland. Hoy Jean Park, Pittsburgh. Kalenic for Seattle. Yu Darvish, San Diego. Jonathan India, Cincinnati. There's a fearless Manny Machado. Tyler McGill for New York, and a Domingo Acevedo. This is the Blue Mojo, maybe. Is that what that's called for Oakland? 57 of 199. I really wish Panini would label on the back of the card the type of parallel that it is. They did it with some of their wrestling cards. Really wish they'd do it with baseball. Here we go. Here's a nice silver prism of Shohei. Pretty cool. And an emergent Tyler O'Neill for St. Louis. Excuse me. And starting off, Wander Franco. May not be as exciting to pull his rookies as it once was, but still. There's a Bo Bichette for the Blue Jays. Dylan Coleman for Kansas City. Lucas Giolito for the White Sox. Mitch Haniger for the Mariners. Drew Ellis for the Diamondbacks. Thomas Zapucki for New York. So we got his base and his auto now. Manny Machado for San Diego. All right, we got Ronald Acuna Fearless. Jeff McNeil for the Mets. The Flying Squirrel. And we have a Max Kranick Red Prism for Pittsburgh. And a championship stage Freddie Freeman for the Braves this time. So I got shut out with that Matt Olson, but I get a Freddie Freeman. Yeah, Revolution. That's what I noticed. On my blog, I did a box break of WWE Revolution. And I mentioned that I really enjoyed the fact that they labeled the parallel on the back of the card. I wish they'd do that more. Camilo Duvall, San Fran. Ozzie Albies for Atlanta. Stephen Kwan, Cleveland. Trey Mancini for Baltimore. Max Muncy for LA. Nick Allgaier, Toronto. Josh Hader from Milwaukee. Teoscar Hernandez for the Blue Jays. And an Illumination, Vlad Jr. Hans Cross for Philly. A red Christopher Sanchez for Philly. And a Sluggers Paul Goldschmidt for St. Louis. Next up, Adam Wainwright. Just recently announced he'll be back for one more year in St. Louis. Emmanuel Rivera for KC. Ronnie Dawson, Houston. Dari Moreta, Reds. Logan Webb, San Fran. John Heasley, KC. Zach Lothar, Baltimore. Here's an old school base insert of Mr. Frank Thomas. Aaron Judge for the Yankees. And a red mojo, Shane McClanahan, Tampa Bay, 76 of 149. Got us another blue. Brandon Woodruff from Milwaukee. Well, pretty much a color match. Not quite, but close enough. And an emergent Walker Buehler. All right. So we've cooled off on hitting in the autos. We got 3 packs left. Yep, I guess we are building the suspense for our Rockies player. Oh, almost thought the first one was going to be it. Not quite. For KC, Jackson Kowar. Freddie Freeman for Atlanta. Alex Verdugo, Boston. CJ Abrams, San Diego. Stuart Fairchild, Arizona. Emmanuel Kloss, Cleveland. Manuel Rodriguez for Chicago Cubbies. Zach Gallen for Arizona. There's a fearless Jose Ramirez for Cleveland. Juan Yepes, Cardinals. Here is I'm guessing a blue Prizm illumination. Now this looks even better than the other ones. That's pretty sharp looking. Not numbered, but man, that's a sharp looking card. And rookie class, Cal Raleigh for the Mariners. With all of this product being pushed back so far, the checklist, I don't know, it seems like it's weird. Here we are, a product that's released in late October, and Matt Olson's still a Freddie's a Brave. It's just weird. But with all the pushbacks and delays, it just happens. Kyle Muller for the Braves. Gabriel Arias, Cleveland. Here we go. There's a Rocky. Trevor Story. Got you a Rocky. Jackson Reitz for Milwaukee. Garrett Cole for the Yankees. Austin Warren for LA Angels. Fargas for the Cubs. I do not know how to pronounce his first name. Johan Adon for Washington. There's an old school Ryan Sandberg for the Cubs. Matt Manning for Detroit. Oh, I got a blue Prizm of Wander Franco. Vidal Brujan rookie class. All right, final pack already. And of course, put me on the spot, Panini. Nolan Arenado. Hold your applause. German Marquez for Colorado. Mike Yastrzemski, San Fran. Contreras for Pittsburgh. San Martin for Cincinnati. Syndergaard for LA. Colton Welker. We just held all the Rockies for the last couple of packs. Here's a Xander Bogaerts Illumination for Boston. Got a Jake Brent's Kansas City. And our final auto is Tyler Gilbert, rookie autos for Arizona. Lou Bob, Silver Prizm, and Alex Bregman Stargazing insert. Well, good. I'm glad you got your team set there. So decent, I guess. I don't know. We did get color, so several inserts: Stargazing, Illumination, Rookie Class, Old School. I really like that blue Illumination. Fearless, Emergent, Sluggers, Championship Stage. Here's a stained glass. Then we did get the Prizm Emergent. Got a Fireworks. Got the red Prizm Old School. The blue Prizm Franco and the base. And then a Julio Rodriguez base rookie. All our Prizms. Silver Lou Bob, blue Woodruff, red Mojo McClanahan, there's a red Sanchez and Kranick. Another silver Otani, blue Mojo Acevedo, blue wave Arias. That was our lowest numbered parallel, 40 of 60. Silver parallel of Lewis, red parallel of Bryant and Mazika, and a blue of Bo Bichette. And then the three autos, last one we pulled was Tyler Gilbert for Arizona. And then we had the debut signatures. Let's see, Aya Suzuki and Thomas Zapecki for the Mets. And that wraps up this pretty quick compared to last week. But I'm guessing a lot of these cards that we pulled will need some scans, so will be a busy scanning weekend for me, most likely. So I will have to get busy doing some of that. But let's talk about next week. Now, next week, I've not made a final decision yet. But next week may be the last week for this month. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure. The week of Thanksgiving, I'm definitely not going to do anything, just because I figured a lot of us will be busy traveling, all that kind of jazz. Next week is the 11th, and then the following Friday would be the 18th. That day is still up in the air. I do have my eyes on some additional 2022 product that is slowly starting to leak out here between now and the end of the year. But yeah, with the holidays coming, and frankly, I'm just needing to take a little bit of a break. I'm not sure how many more weeks we'll do, but we're definitely on board for next week. I already have next week's product in hand, which I'll grab to unveil. figured you guys would want to do this. Maybe you've bought some retail, or maybe you bought your own box, but same seller I got the Prizm box from had these and had them at a good price. Um, Almost went for the jumbo, but I was afraid that the average team price would be too high. And I try to keep them, try to keep these things at single digits if I can. Joseph said he ripped a jumbo, all the Julios, and a Judge jersey. Pretty sweet. Johnny said there's actually Rockies in the set that played for the team in 2022. That's always fun. So we will do update next week, and then I'm going to take a look again at the release calendar to see, because like I said, there's a couple of things I had my eye on that I thought would be fun. Still have to work out pricing and whatnot, but yeah, this is what we will set up for next week. I will get this post created over the weekend, and I will get that sign up post ready to go for Sunday evening. When is Ginter coming out? That I'm so used to opening that stuff when I'm at the beach in the summertime, and I thought it had been pushed to September, but obviously that didn't happen. End of November. Okay. I would love to do Ginter. I have built the Ginter set from, I think, going back to 2010 or 2011. Maybe it's 2011. So I love Ginter. I'd love to get a couple boxes for myself, but yeah, I haven't kept up with the release dates since they've changed so much. Stadium Club, beautiful set, always fun to do. November 25th for Stadium Club. All right, well. Which set hasn't been your fave, Johnny? You're still talking about Ginter? Yeah. Personally, I love the non-baseball sets in Ginter more than I do the baseball sets. Those are I don't know. There's something fun about collecting mini cards of the world's hottest peppers or the world's largest trees or exotic animals. I don't know. It's just kind of fun. So I will keep my eye on the release calendar, see if I can find some deals. Of course, we got Black Friday coming up, and I did pretty well last year. I think I got some pretty good deals. So I'll keep my eyes open, and again, if there's something you really would like to see, yeah, like I said, shoot me a message. Let me know. Yes, it is always fun to get a card of a hay bale. But update next week, and then by next week I'll probably have a better idea if we will break on the 18th, or if I will start my Thanksgiving fall break, whatever you want to call it, a little early. We'll just have to see. I don't have a whole lot in my reserves right now. At least that would be. I mean, I've got some early '90s junk wax, but that's not for every day kind of a break. I've got a couple of blasters. So we'll see. We'll see what we can do. But thank you guys for the support. Thanks for helping fill this breakout. Thanks to Joseph for taking a gluttony of the teams, and for Johnny without an H for helping close us out. And I'll do my best to get some recap posts up over the course of Saturday or Sunday morning as well. And that's about it. I'm going to get busy scanning and sorting and sleeving and all that kind of jazz. You guys have a fantastic weekend. If you're into wrestling, Crown Jewel, if it's not canceled because of the Middle Eastern threats to Saudi Arabia, that comes on the air at 12 noon Eastern time tomorrow on Peacock. If that's your thing, I'm going to try to catch some of that. But other than that, you guys have a fantastic weekend, and we will catch you back here on the YouTube channel next Friday night. You guys have a great one.